With the beard's magic wearing off, I trimmed it. I'm a little bit happy about it because, God, that thing was getting itchy. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, it's time for that Monday deeper dive. And for the past 5 weeks, the deeper dive and the post Mondays have been very, very nice, very delicious, very exciting, very happy, very joyous. How many more adjectives can I use for it was good for the past 5 weeks? But unfortunately, last night, like midday tonight, we lost to the Denver Broncos 20-13. I'm going to dive deeper into this loss. Unfortunately, it was a bad loss. Unfortunately, it wiped away everyone's feelings of going on a 5-game winning streak, beating the teams like the Arizona Cardinals and the LA Rams, who are not bad teams, who are actually really good teams. Wiped it all away and made some of the fan base very jaded. Now, I'm going to talk about, like I normally do, deeper dive, go into a little bit more film study, a little bit. I can't show, and this is the thing that sucks. This is the thing that kind of blows about the way YouTube works and their monetization and stuff. I can't show clips. I can't show footage because then the NFL will claim it. So I have to just talk about it, which sucks. But, I'll talk about some of the things here and there. I need to stop wasting time, Doug, and just jump right into the flipping video. But before I do that, if you guys notice, I put Patch Vibes. I put their patch. It's not on there, but I put it on my mic. I kind of like it, makes it look official, like I got an official Miami Dolphins mic. And they also have this really cool Don Shula one. They also have t-shirts, pins, all that stuff. Go to patchvibes.com and put in the promo code DDW. You get 20% off. So let's jump into this thing. Let's talk about this. Now, yesterday I talked about the 20-13 loss. I pinpointed, in my opinion, some of the things that caused this team to lose. And after doing further review, after taking a good day, give or take a couple hours, to digest it, watch it, take a breather, I still am sticking to what I said. I'm still sticking to the offensive line and the defensive line are the reasons we lost this game. Now, is Tua the reason we lost this game? Tua missed some very easy throws that could have definitely benefited the team and pushed them into a better situation when it came to potentially winning the game. But will I put it all onto his shoulders? Will I put this whole entire loss onto his shoulders? No. And to do that is just unfair and completely biased. Looking at this offensive line, right? When it comes to their hurries and sacks and everything, Austin Jackson had kind of a bad game yesterday. Again, a rookie having a bad game. Oh my goodness. Burn him at the stake. Get him out of here. He is the worst thing since sliced bread. It's a rookie. 2 sacks, 7 hurries, 9 pressures from Austin Jackson. Jesse Davis, he had 1 hit, 1 hurry, 2 pressures, no sacks came from him. Robert Hunt, 2 hurries, 2 pressures. Eric Flowers, 1 sack, 2 hurries, 3 pressures. Ted Karras, nothing. Ted Karras actually had a really good game. And a lot of people want to poo-poo on Ted Karras because of the 2 bad snaps. He actually had a really good game. Didn't allow any pressures, any sacks. Nothing. But you look at this, right? The Dolphins now, and I said this in, I think, yesterday's video, or I said this where I was like, the Dolphins offense is doing pretty well. And in certain statistics, they were, besides yesterday, when you look at the points that the Dolphins offense scored, they were up there, top 4, top 5 at the time. When you looked at third down conversions, they were, again, I'm using the word were, up there when it came to conversions, all that stuff. But when it comes to rushing offense, when it comes to yards as a whole, they're not too great. They're also ranked 19th now in sacks per attempt. Not good. Could that be a little bit on Tua? Is he holding the ball too long? Quite possibly. Again, rookie, in his 4th game. We will talk about that a little bit more. But the run game is beyond important when it comes, like, I feel like a broken record because a lot of you guys were asking me, Doug, what would it take for the Miami Dolphins to make the playoffs this year? And talking about that in the offseason, talking about that before the season started, I had people laughing. The Dolphins making the playoffs? Oh, God, the Dolphins will be lucky if they can win 4 games. The Dolphins will be lucky if they can win 5 games. Oh, this Dolphin team, you're talking about playoffs? And last week before this game, the whole national media and writers and fan base was talking playoffs. We had 1 bad loss. And now all of a sudden everyone wants to say, burn it to the ground. This team sucks. And I don't get it. But you guys said to me, what does it take for the Dolphins to make the playoffs? And I said, it's in the trenches. If they can get a run game going, if they can have a top 5 offensive line, top 5 defensive line, they'll win the division. And I said that. I made that statement. They will win the division if they have a top 5 offensive line and a top 5 defensive line. The Miami Dolphins don't even have a top 15 offensive line. Now, their pass blocking was good for that 5-game stretch. I don't know what happened last night. It just disappeared. Absolutely disappeared. And you got to give it to Vic Fangio and his scheme and what he pulled together. He even said, look, if we were winning and things were going my way, I knew that they're going to put Fitz in. He called it. So you got to tip your hat off to him. Vic Fangio is not a coach that you could just be like, he sucks. He's actually a pretty good defensive coach. So he called up a good scheme that all of a sudden the Dolphins, who had really good pass blocking, really bad run blocking, disappeared yesterday. Completely disappeared. Like I said, it was horrid. Absolutely horrid. Miami Dolphins gave up 6 sacks yesterday. 6. Emmanuel Ogbah, who was consistently getting at least 1 sack a game, nothing. Dolphins defense got no sacks. Drew Lock had time and a half in the pocket to throw the ball. He threw for over, 200-something yards? Threw an interception. Didn't throw any touchdowns. Xavier Howard is still a beast. Xavier Howard is elite. And for everyone who's talking about Xavier Howard sucks, he's a bum, we should trade him, and I kept saying I like him, give him a chance. No, he's good. Oh, no, you don't know what you're talking about, Doug. I had people unfollow me on Twitter because I was defending Xavier Howard. Now, all of a sudden, everyone wants to say Xavier Howard. Oh, look at this. People unfollowed me on Twitter because of me defending Xavier Howard. Can you believe that? Can't have an opinion anymore without people unfollowing you. But like I said, it's the trenches, and I will stick to that. A lot of people want to talk about, well, Doug, when Fitz came in, we had the 2 drives with Fitz. He marched the whole field. For one, first drive, he did not march the whole field. He actually marched 44 yards. He went from the 21-yard line to, I think, the 40-something yard line. My math is not working. You guys know how my math works in the top of my head. Fitz's first drive, he went 8 plays from the Dolphins 21 to the 44 yards to their about 40-something to kick a 53-yard field goal. Right? So he didn't march the whole field. The second drive he did, and unfortunately he threw that interception. He actually almost threw an interception when he threw it behind, I think it was Devontae Parker. And some people were saying Tua didn't. Tua never drove the whole field. Tua never did that. Tua was 3 and out in every drive. Not true. Tua, on his drive, 14 plays from the Miami Dolphins 25, he went 52 yards and kicked a field goal to tie the game at that point. Tua was somewhat successful behind this offensive line, just like Fitz in his 2 drives was somewhat successful behind this offensive line. Now, here's the other thing. Now, this is going to probably coincide with comment of the day, because comment of the day is essentially I'm going to be talking about Tua, because I can't believe I still have to do this, and I can't believe I still have to talk about Tua and how he's not a bust and how the kid has been playing 4 games in the NFL. But I'm going to get into that because that's comment of the day, because so many comments of people calling Tua a bust. Is he the future? Tua sucks. We should trade Tua. Should have drafted Herbert. Like, I want to rip my eyes out and throw them in some bleach. But I'll get to that. Like I said, that's comment of the day. But you want to compare Tua and Fitz, right? I was looking, again, I wish I could watch pop-up film footage, but I can't because the NFL will claim it. You watch the 2 drives with Fitz. Fitz is a 15-year vet. Tua is a 4-game vet, right? Fitz is a 15-year vet and understood, okay, I'm watching Tua play. I watched Tua play the entire game. That kid has been running around like crazy. Like I said, I'm not saying Tua had a good game. I'm not saying Tua isn't at fault, but he's not the main reason, nor is he the biggest reason for that loss. But Fitz is watching him play, right? Fitz is watching him run around. A lot of people, he was trying to escape. One of his sacks, where he tried to take off and he got about a yard gain because he got tripped up, Fitz had the same exact type of tackle when he tried to get out of the pocket. Same thing, right? But he watched him, and he said, he's getting no time. No time at all. I know what I need to do. And if you go back and watch Fitz's 2 drives, watch his passes. I think his longest pass was that 15-yard pass to Gesicki, right? Other than that, it was 5 yards, 1 yard. Quick drop off to the running back, 8 yards, 2 yards, 4 yards. He was just dropping back, getting the ball out, dropping the ball, boom, 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 getting the ball out like this. You know why? Because the offensive line wasn't blocking. So people who are saying, yeah, but Fitz came in and he did better. Why did the offensive line pay better for Fitz? Because Fitz was getting the ball out. Also, Fitz is a 15-year vet. I said the same thing last year when people wanted to say Rosen never got a shot, Rosen this. It's because Fitz knows how to do these things. So, like I said, Fitz was getting the ball out quick. He knew what he was doing, but Fitz was still running around like a chicken with his head cut off. There's a ton of times they were trying to move him out of the pocket. They tried to do these things with Tua, but we have to understand something. When a defense calls the right schemes, sometimes your plays are taken away from you. They probably took Tua's left side out. They probably took it out so Tua can't roll to his left. So what did Cangeli have to do? He had to start drawing up different plays because the Broncos defense is now taking away plays that Tua is comfortable with, that Tua is successful with. So now Cangeli's going to have to write up some new things and have Tua do some new things. Again, 4 games into his career compared to Fitz, who was 15 years into his career. So to compare how Fitz did with the offensive line compared to how Tua did with the offensive line isn't fair. Just like how comparing how Rosen did with the offensive line compared to how Fitz did with the offensive line isn't fair. It isn't. It isn't at all. So, like I said, looking deeper into this game, it all comes down to the trenches. And if the Dolphins want to continue to be successful, and if they want to continue building off of that 5-game winning streak, they need to have better offensive line play, especially in the run game. No quarterback will be successful without a run game. No quarterback. Look how the Packers did when they had no running back. You need to have some type of running game. Aaron Rodgers took the Packers where they needed to be because he's just that quarterback, and that's the quarterback I keep talking about. He has that it factor. But again, he's a vet. He took him, but you need to have a running game. Because you have no running game and you could stop a run with just a 4-front set, then all of a sudden you're screwed. Play action goes out the window because they're not going to bite on play action because they don't give a crap about play action. Why do you think the Broncos did so well when it came to passing? They kept running the ball. Both of their running backs were getting 5 yards a carry. Then they would do play action. All of a sudden they get these passes to the tight end. Because all of a sudden the Dolphin defense now has to commit to the run because the front 4 without Christian Wilkins, who, side note, I'm not kidding, some people were calling him a bust last year. Look how the defensive line's playing without Christian Wilkins. They were just getting run all over. 5 yards a carry. 5 yards a carry. Trenches are incredibly important. Incredibly important. So looking more into this game, and like I said, I don't have many stats, but the most important part about this deeper dive into this game was how bad the trenches played and how that cost the game. If it wasn't for the fumble on the 1-yard line, which I'm not going to talk about that. If it wasn't for the Dolphins stopping them on 4th and 1, which Dolphins defense is the heart and soul of this team because of how many vets they have on that defense. That the offense is still young with Matt Collins in there. Not saying he's like a rookie, but look at the running back situation. You got a rookie quarterback in there. Got 2, almost 3 at some point rookie offensive linemen. We all knew that the defense was going to be the heart and soul of this team because of how young the offense is. But what makes a great team is how you bounce back. What makes a great team, and you can see what that team is, and you can see how that team will be, is how they respond to adversity. You just lost to a team you should have beat. Miami Dolphins should have beaten the Denver Broncos. To the Denver fans, I'm not saying you didn't deserve the win. I'm not saying that at all. But the Miami Dolphins should have beat the Denver Broncos. Drew Lock is not that good of a quarterback. He threw that 1 interception. He did nothing else other than that. Had 200-something yards, nothing else, right? Dolphins should have done better. They should have been coached better. It's a team loss, complete team loss. So that's why it kind of bothers me that people are pinpointing Tua and want to say it's Tua's fault and questioning Tua and saying, is he the future, right? And that's where we'll go into the comment of the day, right? Like I said, 5 games. How do you bounce back? You want a 5-game winning streak. You had this bad loss, a tough loss, hurts. How do you bounce back? You got the Jets. It's a win. You have to win the Jets game. If you lose to a winless Jets, you're going to get a very angry post-game video. And I will be live for the Jets game because I'll be able to watch it on TV and I'll be live. But here is my comment of the day, right? Now, so many comments I read saying Tua's a bust, Tua sucks, we should have drafted Herbert, is he the future? All these questions, right? And it drives me nuts. And I try to brush them off, right? But I'm like, come on, guys. 4 games into his career. It's a bad game. He's a rookie. He's going to have a bad game. You look at the other games, right? Were they spectacular? Were they what the fan base wanted? 300-something yards, 3 touchdowns. That's not how the team is built right now with how many rookies are on that offensive line. It's just not how they're built, especially with no run game. So they built to their strengths, defense, and they had to do what he's supposed to do, which that touchdown pass yesterday to Devontae Parker was a thing of beauty. He put that ball exactly where it needed to be. Whenever he throws a Mac Hollins touchdown pass, his first touchdown pass, which everyone was like, did he catch that? The touchdown pass to Jakeem Grant, all of those balls are put where they need to be. People want to forget the plays that he makes that shows he's a rookie, but he's making these plays. Against the Cardinals, when he was running out of the pocket, making people miss, when he's running out of the pocket, getting us down to the red zone, and then throws the touchdown pass to Matt Collins, getting us into the position to kick the field goal to take the lead. People forget that Tua did these things. Tua helped us beat the Cardinals with his legs, with his arms, with his pocket presence. People want to forget these things about Tua because he had 1 bad game against the Denver Broncos, which it was a bad game, right? So I'm reading all these things about is he the future? He's a bust. We should have drafted Herbert, right? And it brings me back to all of the people that wanted to give Tannehill a laundry list of excuses his 5th, 6th year in. We're talking Tua's in his 4th game, and they wanted to give Tannehill excuses like his 4th year in, his 5th year in. We have no offensive line. He has no weapons. Tua has no slot receiver. Jakeem Grant is not a slot receiver. As much as he has the physicality of a slot receiver, he isn't. You have Devontae Parker, and then you have the rest of the team. Mac Hollins, Jakeem Grant, Malcolm Perry, who dropped a few passes. They need to step up, right? So we use the excuse for Ryan Tannehill. He had no weapons. But you're going to say Tua has running backs and Tua has all these things, right? No. Ryan Tannehill had no protection. Ryan Tannehill had concrete feet his first 3 years. Ryan Tannehill had a horrible deep pass accuracy. Ryan Tannehill had a hard time reading defenses for his first couple years. But people want to give him excuses, but they don't want to give Tua 4 games. 4 games, right? So there's that. That always drove me nuts. I'm like, the hypocrisy of some people who want to give Tannehill excuse after excuse after excuse, but Tua plays 4 games and he's done. Let's get rid of him. That's the other thing that I want to talk about. This is a very small portion. of people that I've read comments, but they want to get rid of Tua. They want to trade Tua. They want to draft the quarterback next year. They're questioning the future of Tua. Is he the future of this team? You know, imagine if the Indianapolis Colts, Peyton Manning's first year, they said, this kid sucks. Look how many interceptions he's thrown. He's not it. We're going to release him. We're going to draft a quarterback in the first round next year. We're going to release him because he just doesn't have it. We don't see it. Imagine if the Colts did that to Peyton Manning. Brett Favre with the Atlanta Falcons, they did it. Steve Young with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they did it. How do those careers pan out? Am I calling Tua a future Hall of Famer? Am I calling Tua a future Super Bowl winner? Am I calling Tua anything in the resemblance of the careers of Steve Young, Brett Favre, Peyton Manning? No. What I'm saying is give the kid a chance. We have no idea what he'll become. We have no idea what he can do. Just like the Colts had no idea about Peyton Manning, who ended up becoming a 2-time Super Bowl winning, soon-to-be Hall of Famer. The Atlanta Falcons had no idea what Brett Favre was going to be, Super Bowl winning, Hall of Famer. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had no idea what Steve Young was going to become, Super Bowl winner, MVP. We do not know. So to say he's a bust, to say we should have took someone else, to say we need to let him go is just ridiculous. It also brings in the fact that you know how many times during the offseason, and do you know how many times when the Dolphins release or trade somebody, regardless of any name you want to think of, Jarvis Landry, Olivier Vernon, Lamar Miller, Mika Fitzpatrick, Laramie Tunsil, like I can go down the laundry list of names that the Dolphins have released, Charles Clay, or didn't re-sign, and I have to hear, why do Dolphin players, when they get released or cut or anything, do better somewhere else? This is why. This is why. The exact reason why people they're done with Tua after 4 games. This is why. This is why. Okay, next year let's draft a new quarterback. Let's get rid of Tua because he had 1 bad game out of 4. Let's say one bad game. His first game was meh, and the other 2 were pretty good, right? Out of 4 games. He's not it. He doesn't have it to some people. He's done. Let's get rid of him. Then he'll go to a different team. And now that he's got the experience, he's got the NFL experience, he's really good. And he starts playing. He takes that team to the playoffs with a good running back and a good offensive line. Who does that sound like? I don't know. I can't think of his name. Then all of a sudden, I'm going to have to hear, well, see, the Dolphins don't know how to coach up players because, look, they got rid of Tua, and look how good he is now. And I'm going to rip my smaller beard off my face. We have to have patience with people. We have to have patience. We went 5-11 last year with a crap team, with a practice squad team, to build for the future. No one had the Dolphins winning more than 6 games this year. Some people had the Dolphins winning 4 games this year. And the Dolphins are already 6-4, 2 games over 500, 1 game out of first place. Bills are 7-3, Dolphins are 6-4. It's a rebuild. And we're this good on the second year. Now, we're this good, Doug, then we should have beat the Broncos, 100%. There's hiccups. Is the season over? No. Are we going to beat the Jets? Yes. Because if we don't, I'm going to be pissed. But I just, those are just some of the things I want to address when it came to this team and when it came to what happened yesterday and when it came to a lot of the reactions that I'm reading and seeing. Even from ESPN, some people are like, oh, they handled this wrong, or oh, yeah, they should have drafted Herbert. I honestly think if Herbert was in our situation, it'd be the same thing. It'd be the same exact thing. We have to have patience as a fan base. We have to have patience with the guys. Got to stop overreacting. Take every moment as it comes. I'm done with the Broncos game. After my deeper dive today, I am done with the Broncos game. I'm on to the Jets. We are 6-4, 2 games over 500, and our second year after completely wiping the team out last year. You know how many people told me that? You know how long it's going to take for us to be relevant? You know how long it's going to take us to be a good team? You know how many people told me that last year in the offseason? It's going to take you. We got 3-4 years before we even have a winning record or make the playoffs. That's what I heard last year. 6-4 right now. 6-4. Take a deep breath, everybody. We're going to beat the Jets. And then we're on to unfortunately, Joe Burrow. It sucks. It sucks. Tore his ACL. Done for the year. Just imagine how the Bengals feel. First overall pick in their quarterback, their future, tears his ACL, is done for the year. Horrible. I feel horrible for the kid. Absolutely horrible. Team has an extremely, extremely, extremely bright future. Extremely bright future. Before I get out of here and do my normal spiel of follow me on Twitter, all that stuff, I'm partnering with Dolphins NYC. If you don't know who they are the guys who put together the MetLife takeover. Unfortunately, with all that's going on in the world, there will be no MetLife takeover this year, which sucks because I was going to go to that, hopefully meet a bunch of you guys. But they're teaming up with the Miami Dolphins and the Foundation Food Relief Program to do a big raffle. So in this raffle, there's 3 different prizes. There's first place, second place, and third place. The first place is a Coach Flores signed helmet. And then you're going to get a Coach Flores t-shirt, also Flores knows t-shirt. The second place is a mini football signed by the great center Dwight Stevenson. And the third place is Shula's commemorative yearbook that was given out at the beginning of the year in the September game. $5 each for each raffle. The sun just disappeared on me. And you can get 5 for $20 on the raffle tickets. I will put the link for the raffle to go buy the tickets. They will be making the announcement for the winners after the Jets game this Sunday. So if you guys want to be a part of this, it's a very big, cool thing. Like I said, they're partnering up with the Miami Dolphins Foundation Food Relief Program. So it's all going towards charity and all great things. So that will be linked below. But other than that, guys, be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I will be on Twitter all day today, talking to you guys, tweeting out at you guys, all that stuff. And I will be reading all your comments. So be sure to comment below as well. Let me know what you guys think of all the things I was saying. I know, a lot of you guys are very passionate. I love it. And I just want to let you guys know, regardless if you agree with me or not, I love your comments. Your opinions matter to me, and I take them very seriously. So be sure to comment below and follow me on Twitter. Check out Fanatics Network. Very great website, fanaticsnetwork.com, and their YouTube channel. Ton of stuff over there. Ton of Dolphin content over there. Be sure to check it out, Fan to Fan Network. Very great site. Ton of NFL YouTubers and all great stuff over there. Check it out. But other than that, I will see you guys with the picks video. I got a special Thanksgiving video for you guys. Then we got the preview video on Friday, and then I will be live Sunday for the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. Got a lot going on this week, but other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Like usual, stay classy. Fins up.